Am I right?
Oh, I had a different announcement.
Okay. What you got, Jay?
The game's funded.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Right here.
Got the gumbo bump.
The gumbo bump.
Thank you, Chuck.
Gumbo
Getting that done. That was awesome. Everybody in the chat crew, we've got Heather O'Neill. One of the reasons that we're talking about her, talking with her tonight, is because our friend Carla from Weird Giraffe Games, who's been on this show, probably only closer to Jeremy Howard for the number of times that we've gotten a chance to visit with. Carla's one of our favorite guests, Heather. If you've ever talked to Carla in person, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
She is absolutely just a trip when she comes on the show. Anything she knows, anything she needs, she can get from us. And we were happy to talk about this game that's out on crowdfunding. I think it's on BackerKit.
It's on BackerKit, yes.
Dreams of Yesterday. And you are the designer, Heather.
I am. So I don't know how much everybody knows about this, but this actually was a design that was part of a contest that Weird Giraffe did in late 2020 for these small versions of their game. So I think there was a explosion in a library that came out a few months ago, or crowdfunded a few months ago. That was one of them, I guess. And Motley, I think, is in this one. And so Carla was looking for that, and Weird Giraffe was looking for that. So you could pick any of their games and make a smaller card version of them. I think at the time it was only an 18 card or 24 card challenge, but it ended up, I think it's 27 cards at the end. And basically, if you've played Dreams of Tomorrow, it is reminiscent of that in a much quicker gameplay, and it only plays 1 to 3 players, but basically you get the feeling of a heavier game in a very small package. There's a rondel style where you have double-sided cards that have double resources on the one side, and then these artifacts on the other. There's the double resources or single trophy resources. And the other side have the artifacts. And what you're trying to do is kind of make a row, which each row is a floor of your museum, right? So you're making the best exhibit that you can. When you put the urn at the end of the row, that completes your exhibit and gives you scoring bonuses, basically. So there might be, like that one says 3 points for, well, I'm going to say animals. I forget what they're cutesy names now that I don't remember exactly. They're alliterative. So it basically is like you need to have this next to this, or you have to have 1 point for every animal on the other one, or the bottom is like it has to be this exact configuration. So it gives you bonuses if you can get that.
Steve, are you catching how diabolical Heather is with this game? You not only have to try to outdraft the other players as you move your little. We didn't have a meeple. We were just using empty spaces. I think it would work better with the meeple, Heather, right?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of liked it with the meeple. I don't know if it has one in the game, honestly, at the final version, but basically. If you go over to the BackerKit page, you can watch the How to Play video, and you can see screenshot GIFs of exactly the tableau and how it's going to work.
We did find it easier with the meeple as opposed to just the empty hole, which is how the rules were given for us. But then you got to try to put them in order, Steve.
Yeah, you want them together in terms of matching symbols to give you more points in that. And it kind of expands 1 to 3 to, basically it's add 2 points, add 3 points, add 4 points.
I got to tell you.
Also the power on the edge of the card, whichever is the rightmost card has a special power that lets you manipulate things.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that part.
And
because you want to keep that power.
Which card face to put up? You're saying diabolical. I think this is brilliant because there's layers of choice in this that makes it an interesting game for a small, powerful punch.
Now think about it though, Beth makes games. Where could we get, what gamers, where are they going to get a spare meeple from? I'll be honest, I've got like a ton of them on my wall here. So it was very easy just to plug them in. But I'll tell you, Heather, Jared and I are playing this game, and at first we're like, okay, there's only a limited amount of cards.
Right.
How deep can this game really be?
Mm-hmm.
This is when we say, and this is something the chat crew has heard me say a million times, when we say a small box game with a big presence, that's what this is. This is a small, tiny little micro game that's really got some deep decisions. Heather, was that one of the things you were looking for?
Yeah, I mean, it was funny because you know how, I mean, I'm saying you know how, but whoever's a designer out there, you know how you have a thing and you're like, I think this kind of works, and you're not sure. I think in this case, it did work. It was just one of those things where after a lot of play testing, you know, with luckily there was one other person I was in you know, lockdown with, so we could always play. I could play 1 or 2 player, so it just ended up, you know, like working and actually feeling like a satisfying experience in like 15 minutes, like, you know, and I'm like, is this right? So I felt pretty confident sending it in. And then, you know, then Carla contacted me and Weird Giraffe and was like, we want to make this and it's going to be part of our like line. I was like,
how much did it change? Was it related to Dreams of Tomorrow at the start, or was it just kind of abstract?
The rondel picking was really like reminiscent of it. That's basically, I started with that mechanic of, you know, that kind of picking those things. But basically then they added more cards. They changed the names of the categories, which is totally fine. But otherwise, this is pretty much exactly what it looked like. Yeah. This is the rules were pretty much exactly the same. There's a slight, I'm sure Beth can attest to this, or Angel, that there's some development work that got done, but it looks pretty similar to what we put in. So
now I've got the actual prototype right here in my hand. I don't know if it's coming through. Let me see if I can solo it. But this is just a prototype version. Does either you or anybody else know what's it going to look like whenever the project actually comes out? But Checker, I wasn't kidding. This thing fits in the palm of your hand.
Well, that looks like the art because it's Beth Sobel's art, which is amazing, which is so exciting. I don't know what the final form will be myself, but it's probably similar to what you have. I also have only seen the prototypes. I'm hoping to have it at PAX East so I can show it off while I'm there. So we shall see. But again, that'll still be a prototype. So and it might at this point see, you know, like how much comes out from BackerKit, like. Is that going to change things in a week or two? You know, I don't know. But we think like they're almost funded, like real close. So I guess we'll find out shortly from them. But it's pretty much just going to be a deck of cards in some way.
Real close means $67 away at this point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, real close then.
Come on, Checker. Come on, Checker.
Checker, we're not telling you to leave the thread, but open a new tab.
Open a new tab. Yeah.
I'll put the link out there for you.
Nice.
and Verla, $9, you get a game from Heather, who's got, you know, a track record. You've got absolutely gorgeous art from Beth Sobel. You've got Weird Giraffe Games. They're always on time. They always get their games out. And this game fits in the palm of your hand. You can slip it in your pocket, put it in your game bag. Steve can use it on the train on his way to game night here in Louisiana. Plenty of time to play. Now, I've only played it at 2. Does it have a solo mode? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's 1 to 3. So yes, you can play 1. And there is a couple, actually, I'm looking at the final rules here to see.
Sold. Kelly Miller says, I'm in.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what they were waiting to hear, Kelly. Yeah. So there's a solo mode. It's basically looks like there's a, you know, an AI, you know, robot hand, if you will call it. So yeah. I agree with
copy
you,
bot.
For $9. I was actually surprised. I had no idea what the MSRP was going to be. And I was like, wow, this is really awesome. Like for $9, like, you know, this is great. And then there's like a package to get Dreams of Tomorrow and Dreams of Yesterday, which is cool. So,
and Motley, which I think Jay has played.
Yes. Yep.
Jay, haven't you played Motley?
Yeah. So I got the chance to play Motley at Unpub. Actually, Justin brought it, the convention manager for Weird Giraffe, and Motley's really, really interesting because I never expected Carla to design a party game, and this one's
she hates party games.
I can see that being surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, she's so like methodical and just very like combo-licious stuff, and then this one's just completely different. Like you just got the cards and you're trying to make pictures, crazy.
If
But,
you tell me that
I mean-
Carla designed a party game with player elimination, I'm going to tell you get out. Get out. 'Cause I know that's not true. That's the two things she hates.
I remember reading,
Yeah.
I was looking on the site earlier on BackerKit, and I think I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Heather, you said 1 to 3, but if you get a second copy of the game, you can combine them to play to 6, too.
No way.
Right?
I think it's just a limited resources of 27 cards. Like
Right.
it's impossible to play more than 3 people. Yes.
Right.
I didn't know that. So wow, you're getting for $20. You're getting a full game that you can play with 6 people. Nice.
Yeah.
Pretty great. Yeah.
And that is Dreams of Yesterday. I still think you should call the solo mode the Okapi bot. Added on deck, and you could play with 6 players.
Okay.
That is nice. We'll have to check it out. So chat crew, get on that. It's BackerKit. I think Steve had posted it in the chat. Let me see if I can scroll up real quick.
It should be there.
It's in there.
There
yep.
it is. BackerKit.com/Weird Giraffe Games. Dreams of Yesterday. Hey, they've been longtime friends of the show and some of my convention buddies, Nick and Carla. Nick and I share a brain. When we play party games together, we're like right on the same wavelength. So I love them.
That is scary. I was scared that there was one of you. Now knowing that there are 2 has me chilled.
But it's scary for who, Steve? It's scary for Nick and Carla, not me.
Yeah.
Scary for them. Scary for them. That is Dreams of Yesterday. Kudos. I'll be honest. Games like this always, you always think, okay, how much can they really get out of this game? But this is really well done. It's really thinky, and that mechanic of how far you're going to go in the rondel, or if you get the special power, Steve, that lets you manipulate where you can get the cards. Oh, it's just really well done. Get out there and support that one.